Hey y'all, Chris here, aka Rufotris, and yes, we're still at a hotel, but we did finally get an apartment. However, we can't move in for a week and a half, so we're gonna be at the hotel a little bit longer, but I finally get a little bit of downtime to relax and get all the packages sent out that I have. I just have to figure out signing in to use the printer at the hotel, and then I finally, get a little more time to make some videos as well. So what I'm gonna do is I've got my tripod, I did bring that with me, and a couple stones, and you may have already seen the short that I just put out with the fire agate. So what I decided we'll do today is actually have a video just talking about fire agate. What is it, how does it form, and where can you find it? So let's get into it. But first, I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons. We also have a couple new members who have joined, Jethro and Little Moon, aka Wildheart. Sorry, she goes by different names on different platforms and my brain is all over the place with that. So thank you all for joining. I've got some extra goodies I'll be adding into your purchases that you made on my last live sale that will correlate to your membership levels that you joined. And then we actually will have a little giveaway coming up for Patreon members only. So if you're seeing this video, you might have just a few days left because as soon as I am moved in to my new house, I'm going to be doing a drawing for Patreon members and we're going to give away one of the fire agates that's in today's video. Alrighty, so in between that first part and now actually, where I was showing this little piece off, it looked a lot better in the sunlight, but now we're inside. You can see that Saginite spray inside of it. But in between filming those parts, we got a new patron. So welcome to the Patreon, Lisa Tortuga. Ooh, that still actually looks pretty nice inside. Thank you so much for your support though. I appreciate you joining the Patreon. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get into these. Show them off a little bit as we talk about what exactly is fire agate and why does it look like this? All right, so as you can see, a few of these here are polished, not necessarily the best polish on them, nor the best lighting in here. But when I first got these, I put a few of them to my flat lap just to see what we could reveal in them, with the expectation that I would go back later with a Dremel to go down in there, because like look, down in there you can see some of that nice iridescence hiding in it. And so later on I'll go in with a Dremel and give it a nice contour. This one I somewhat started to get down in there and shape it before my Dremel actually burned out. And I was going to start getting down in between all the bubbles to really bring out that natural shape like you see on this right here. That natural little bubbly texture. That's what we want to see. And we want to make that kind of feature on those. And then it'll look really beautiful. It's kind of tricky to polish it like that too. But anyway, let's talk about what exactly these are. They're fire agate. Yes, they are chalcedony. Fire agate is silicon oxide. So the thing that's really different with this and normal chalcedony is obviously the iridescence. It's got that Schiller effect that seems similar to like mother of pearl. Some people compare it to opal. This one's got a funky little eyeball in it. But the reason it actually gets this is because of the iron oxide. And what happens is when it's forming is you get hot water saturated with silica and iron oxide, and it fills in the cracks and bubbles in a rock. And what that ends up doing is giving you these weird natural structures that you see that are botryoidal. I know people say it different ways. I alternate between how I say it. But basically the thermal fluid like filled in the cracks, the silica and iron oxide will deposit in alternating layers. And then that just kind of causes the light to refract off of this iron oxide. I think I said silicon oxide. It'll refract off of the iron oxide layers, but it goes through the chalcedony layers. So what you get is just a nice iridescent botryoidal feature in the fire agates. I'll probably show this one the most just because it's the one that's polished. Has a nice finish on it. And it's my favorite and the biggest. But we'll definitely be getting into these other ones in some videos really soon here. And I guess the where of these, so that's the what, that's what a fire agate is. But the where is, you will find these ranging from northern Mexico up through California, Arizona, and New Mexico. And these were deposited from volcanic activity during the tertiary period. So this, all the fire agate that comes out of those areas formed between 24 and 36 million years ago. And it is chalcedony, so the hardness range is about 6 to 7. That one's got some nice schiller in there. I was not sure if I could make like a flat half moon cab, like just a half crescent cab, but this one did not have that much going on in it. So let's get these a little wet and see just a little bit more revealed in it. If I get it wet, you can see it has something in there. So I was gonna make a cab out of this whole piece, but I'm not sure if now I might just cut that part out. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Maybe I should have turned on my flash sooner, but I was worried it would drown out, just like kind of be a bright light. Although it's really letting you see the iridescence in this one. I don't really have the time to refilm it. This is going to be a short one today. That's how I can see how much is hidden under there. Love it. It's got quite the iridescence. That little spot is wild. Cracks filled with iridescence. Oh, that is super cool. This one has some bad scratches. It needs to be repolished. But it's got some really nice iridescence in there. Ooh, look at that one. I love the eyeball in this one. It's got that kind of eyeball right there. That could be fun. Carve on the outside of it, but then carve down into it as well to reveal that one that's down in there. But leave the rim on there. That could be a wild polish, because it's gonna have that iridescent bubble down inside, but it's also gonna have that dome. Wow, that's gonna be really cool. This piece is gonna be wild. Once I'm done with this one, whenever that ends up being, after I get a new rotary tool, it'll probably be on my website. For sure my website will be up then. I know it's not at the moment. But, wow. Yeah, that's gonna be one that I'll sell on my website for sure. Got this little one, could be made into a tiny pendant. Just needs some good contour carving to reveal that little iridescence in there. Same with this one. Just needs some of that chalcedony removed off the top to reveal those bubbles. I mean, actually with this one I might be able to even get the thin saw and cut down like this and like this, and make 2 separate cabs out of this with a flat bottom this way, flat bottom this way, and have those be 2 separate tiny cabs. 2 separate polishes, cut it down the middle there somewhere, or maybe cut it right here where it really dips in. Take this as far over as it goes right there. And then there might even be another layer, so if I cut that with the thin saw right there, there might even be something under it. Although I will have to ask them at the club if I can use the thin saw for this. Ooh, look at that. Seeing the banding from the side, that's pretty cool. There's a lot of layers in there, and they can all be iridescent. Or every other one as they alternate. Ooh, that one's got some good orange in there. Now that's a fire agate. That's got some fire in it for sure. Not just iridescence, but like, wow. That one's gonna be fiery. What's up with this down here? Little splotch, kind of white chalcedony there. Interesting. This one also needs to be repolished. It's got some bad scratches on there, but very cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at the end. Yeah, this for sure needs a good repolish. It's got a lot going on in there. And then that fire, that really bright orange, that's awesome. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me for this one today. Now, I have not decided which one of those pieces yet. Not one of the 2 really big ones, but definitely one of those beautiful, beautiful pieces of fire agate that is not polished yet. And once I polish it, it'll be up for the Patreon members only. That giveaway will be once we move into my new apartment. So Patreon members, be aware, that little giveaway is coming up soon. We'll probably have a marble race or something. And yeah, anyone who's in the $10 or up range will be qualified to win one of those lovely, lovely fire agates. So good luck to you all, and thank you for supporting the channel. This is one of my little goodies to give back. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next one, and until then, have a great day, enjoy yourself, and get out and touch some rocks. And if you can't get out and touch some rocks, go watch some awesome videos of other people touching rocks. Bye. You will find these ranging from northern New Mexico up through California, New Mexico, and Arizona. Did I say northern New Mexico or northern Mexico? We got a sun halo today. Check it out. Out here on Long Island, and got a nice little sun halo. Pulled over to get a quick little shot of that. Here's just a little peek at this beautiful big old hunker of an agate that I got. More to come soon. Look at this amazing picture Jasper slab that I got today.